Hello and welcome to another video from No Nonsense Gaming. In this one we are going to show you the locations of all bell bearings in Elden Ring DLC. There is a total of 10 of them in the game. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight to the point. Pillar Pathway Point Site of Grace in Graveside Plain is the area in which you start your search for the Herbalist's bell bearing. This bell bearing can be found along the path on the west wall of the ravine, running between the Pillar Path Waypoint Site of Grace and the Dragon's Pit in Scadu Altus. To obtain the Greasemonger's bell bearing in Elden Ring, players should begin at the Church District High Road Site of Grace in Scadu Altus. Ride southeast for a short distance from the starting point, then travel directly south, keeping the cliff wall on your right side. Follow this southward path, passing a pack of wolves on your left, until you reach a pot hanging against the cliff wall. Shoot the pot to make the Greasemonger's bell bearing fall to the ground below, where you can retrieve it. To obtain the Stringseller bell bearing, make your way to Prospect Town, located west of Graveside Plain and south of the Cliff Road Terminus Site of Grace. The easiest way to reach the town is by heading southeast from the Cliff Road Terminus Grace. Upon arrival, find an alcove created by cliff walls to the southwest. The pot holding the Stringseller's bell bearing hangs against the east wall. Shoot it down to retrieve the bell bearing. To obtain the first Mushroom Seller's bell bearing, the journey begins from Castlefront Site of Grace. The path is kind of tricky and long, so follow it as shown in the video to avoid confusion. To obtain the second Mushroom Seller's bell bearing, the venture to Elden Ring's Cerulean Coast Site of Grace in the southern shore region of the Land of Shadow. If you don't know how to reach this area, please check the Southern Shore chapter of the map fragment video attached in description. We have clearly explained it in there. After activating the Cerulean Coast Site of Grace, ride northwest to reach the bottom of a waterfall in the Elec River. You can shoot the pot from a distance to obtain the bell bearing. To get the Moldmonger's bell bearing, the player should start his search from Restless's River downstream side of Grace. If you don't know how to reach this area, please check the Abyssal Woods chapter of the map fragment video attached in description. We have clearly explained it in there. The pot containing the bell bearing is hanging from the rock wall right beside the Grace, roughly northeast. To get the spell Machinist's bell bearing, the player should start the journey from Hinterland's side of Grace. Players must reach the top of Rabbit's Rise and Scado Altus to get it. An easy way to reach the top of the tower without ascending from the very bottom inside is to start from Shaman Village. The path requires little but of parkour and kind of tricky, so follow it as shown in the video to avoid confusion. The remaining 3 bell bearings are dropped by NPCs at the end of their quest lines. One dropped by Moore, you'll meet him at main cross side of Grace. Another one by Egan, and you can meet him near Pillar Path waypoint side of Grace, and the third by Count Emer, and you can meet him inside Cathedral of Manus Mater.